Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing this makeup look which is based only on brown shades. I hope you guys are liking this look and we'll jump straight into it. I used my MAC PREP+PRIME primer and right now I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way liquid foundation, but it got over and so I had to mix a bit of my STILA liquid foundation. I actually am pretty happy with the result. It doesn't make me feel like I used two different products at all. They blended in beautifully, and once I'm done with my foundation, I'm gonna make my pony, right? And then I'm using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD liquid concealer, and this is in the shade Y405. I absolutely love this, you guys, and how this blends in beautifully with any foundation just amazes me. And I'm just gonna conceal the regular areas of my face. I'm also applying this onto my eyelids to cover any unevenness and around the mouth area as usual, and I'm just gonna buff it in with my damp beauty blender. And today I'm actually taking a bit of this a little bit above and like a little bit extra towards my jawline as well, so that it blends in nicely and beautifully along with my foundation. And once I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes using my E.L.F high definition under eye setting powder, and I'm using my Real Techniques brush for this. It's the setting brush by Real Techniques again, and I'm just gonna apply this. This is translucent, as you guys can tell, so it's not like my yellow loose powder by Bharat & Doris, and there is a bit of fallout, but don't worry about it. I don't worry. Okay. I'm using my MAC NC41 Studio Fix press powder, and I'm also brushing away all of that excess with the same brush, which I did not actually show in the video. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and use this new bronzer by Physicians Formula, and I'm using my standard PA.C bronzer brush for this. I actually don't really like the way this shade looked on my skin. It didn't really show much, and I think that's because I'm pretty wheatish and this doesn't really, it's just not meant for my skin tone. So I had to go in with my regular bronzer, which is the Sephora Bahama Sunset, which is hands down my most favorite bronzer until date. So I don't really have to worry when I'm using this bronzer. I use it to contour, to bronze up my face, to warm up my face. Absolutely love it. And I'm just doing the regular stuff with this again, just applying it towards the edges of my face and sort of giving that definition. And yeah, I broke this highlighter by Wet n Wild this morning, and I thought I hadn't broken it enough, but I just realized I did. So I have to hold it carefully. I don't know the shade right now. I will mention it in the bottom bar below. I'm using a very small fan brush for this, and I'm applying it onto the high points of my cheeks. I will also be applying it on my chin and on my nose, a little bit around the edges of my forehead as well. I do like this highlighter if you want that soft glow. But if I am really looking at a very glam highlighted look, then I would go in for my Milani highlighter any day. And once I was doing this, I realized I forgot to contour my nose in the changing of bronzer. And so I'm just going ahead and using the same stuff once again to sort of shape up my nose. Although I don't really need to do that, but yeah, you need to do a few steps. Once I'm done with that, I'm actually gonna go in with a different step today. I'm using my Makeup Forever my Makeup Forever setting spray, and I'm just gonna buff it into the skin with my beauty blender. This way there's gonna be a bit of shine onto the skin, and that is what I was looking at. So it also, my skin does look a little bit dewy after this step, and the highlighter looks a little bit more highlighted. And once I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my Eyeshadow Base by MAC. It's the MAC PROLONGWEAR Paint Pot. I've arranged all of these brown eyeshadows in my Z palette. Right now I'm using the shade by Makeup GEEK, which is called FRAPPE. And I'm putting this into my crease and also blending it in a little bit above the crease as well. I am gonna work at softening this with a clean brush as well in the next step. But right now I'm just putting it into the crease, and as you can see, I'm now buffing it and sort of blending it a little bit upwards and also working it towards the outer crease with a clean crease eyeshadow brush. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and use this ashy brown shade, and I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow brush for the same to apply this onto my entire eyelid. I'm going pretty much in real time with this step because I want you guys to see that this eyeshadow by PA.C that I'm using is not so pigmented. I thought this would be, but it's not. I have to go in a couple of times using this shadow so that the color nicely, you know, sort of applies on my lid. And now I'm using this NYX crayon to highlight the brow bone. This actually adds a beautiful, you know, lifted brow effect, eyebrow effect. And I will mention all of these shades in the bottom bar below, guys. I'm sitting in Dubai and I don't have my makeup with me to write about this. I'm now going in with a darker brown eyeshadow again by P.A.C, which has a hint of maroon to it, I believe. And I'm using my crease eyeshadow brush once again, and I'm putting this into the outer crease, and I'm blending my outer crease very sort of, you know, liberally, and I'm also moving my brush towards the inside of the crease at the same time. I absolutely love how these shades have blended in beautifully, and I'm also cleaning off the edges with my beauty blender like you saw. Once I'm done with that, I'm using my shade and blend brush for the same, and I'm sort of blending in both the shades very, I want them to look a bit seamless. And finally, I'm going with the last brown shade from my palette, and I'm using this brush by Ulta Beauty and applying it outside my lower lash line. And for the brows, as always, I'm going in with my Maybelline Brow Gel Drama. Absolutely love this product, you guys, and I'm sorry I'm running so quick with this tutorial because I wanted to keep it a bit short. And this is my NYX Love in Paris eyeshadow palette. I'm taking the grayish sort of a shade and a small smoky eyeshadow brush and applying it outside my lower lash line. And for my eyeliner, I'm using this one by Nika. It actually glides beautifully. I do like it. I'm pretty surprised myself. I really am liking all these eyeliners by Nika. And once I'm done with that, I'm using my Maybelline Big Shot Volume Mascara. I believe that's what it is called. Absolutely love the look that this adds to my lashes, you guys. And I did kind of mess up my lower lash line after using this because I think the wand is a bit too big for the lower lashes, but I had to go ahead and fix it later. And now I'm using my Maybelline Colossal Kajal pencil, and this is the Milani Coral Curve blush, which you guys have seen me use in a lot of my makeup videos. I'm sort of patting it onto the apples of my cheeks and also blending it in with the bronzer which we applied earlier. And once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and follow the next step, which is the Sephora liquid lipstick in the shade Chai Latte. And I'm pretty much done, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Once again, I'm sorry I had to run with my words, but I really hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up, share this video, follow me on Instagram at Neha Desai 21. Don't forget to add me on Snapchat at NEAA2106. Have a great day, stay beautiful, spread a lot of happiness and a ton of kindness. Bye guys!